Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Remember to check out all three so that you'll get clear on which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. Always use your own discernment. Before we start, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, for your key to the week this week, you have... Oh yeah, and if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, that card seems to want out. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share. Mind your business, Siri. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. So you got the death card. Endings, completions, culminations. This is a moment where something comes to a close in all of these different sectors of your life. Now, the death card very rarely means actual literal physical death. Usually it's the death of a situation, and I often say to people, imagine being in a situation where literally nothing came to an end. Can you imagine? Sometimes death, completion, the natural end of something is actually the best way to proceed. And it's the best thing that we could ask for, right? Because it allows for new growth. It's kind of like, you know, if we didn't have winter, we wouldn't have spring, right? We need, it's all a cycle. It all feeds into itself and it all transmutes and transforms. And that's what the death card really kind of suggests. This is also, okay, so you've got that. This is also, and there's your three cards that come. So you've got four, right? So that's your first, second, third, fourth. So it's also with the death card, like I said, right, it's transformation, which is beautiful, but it also shows us that the seed of the fertile soil that surrounds the seed was once everything else that came before. Okay, so in terms of your actions and options this week, you've got the Two of Cups. This does suggest that partnerships, relationships, and you've got the death card here. So this does suggest that you are either pulling away from or releasing a partnership, a relationship, a connection, a collaboration, a friendship. There's something that comes to a close here, but you're doing this consciously on purpose. There's something here that you are bringing to a close or to an end because you realize that it's no longer viable or it's not feeding you in the way that you need to be fed and nourished. What this also suggests in terms of the options that are available to you, the Two of Cups really is about avenues of connection, and with the death card here, I think what comes up for you is the ability to choose to let something go. So this could be maybe you have a heart to heart with a friend and say, like, you know, I feel like we're growing apart, or we're going to separate unis. It'd be nice to keep in touch, but outside of that, maybe things are going to be different. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be that you walk into your boss and say, look, I've found a new job. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a conscious decision here, but there's an option to take something off the table, which I actually think is a very mature way to approach these kinds of things. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Swords. What I love most about that is it suggests that all of your communications are getting easier and you're getting news of things starting to become a lot smoother. So where things have been quite challenging for you, where there's been a lot of sort of frustration or, you know, in your personal private, your personal platonic or professional connections, things start to ease up now. They actually start to get better, they start to get easier, and you start to understand the part that maybe you've had to play in certain situations being difficult. It's like you're seeing things from a new perspective because you can see things coming to an end, which I actually think is is wonderful. You know, they say hindsight is 20/20. When it comes to your oh gosh, come on brain, when it comes to your when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, with the Six of Swords in terms of your studies, this is where things are starting to improve. For a lot of you, I actually feel like this is the conditions that are improving, or maybe where you've made complaints about what was being delivered or how it was being delivered, the mediums that were being used, the tools, or whatever it is. It's like things are starting to improve now, and a part of that is because you spoke up and said, look, I need more in order to continue to perform at my optimum. I love this. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this I actually think is some kind of recognition, but because you've got the death card here, it's almost like some area of your work, maybe something that you had to commute to and from, is going away, which means potentially that the company is either relocating or quite possibly, especially because the Ten of Wands is in close proximity, some of you could be offered a job that has either an international flavour to it or will require a long distance move. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you are getting into the commute, you're getting into being in different places and spaces, and it's really giving you what you need in order to feel nourished and to have things being varied. Remember, you're a mutable sign to start with, and you're a water sign, so that flow, that ability to come and go and meet different people and, you know, go over and into different places and spaces is actually quite important to you to feel nourished and nurtured. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, I actually think for a lot of you this might be travel plans that you have, especially international travel plans, that maybe come to a halt or probably just don't go ahead. I feel like for some of you as well, like if you had plans for visits or home visits, people to come see you or for you to go see people, unfortunately it's not going ahead, certainly not in the way that you think it will. For your love and relations, you've got the Ten of Wands. I gotta be honest, for those of you that are, let's say, newly seeing someone, dating someone, for a select few of you that are in a long-term commitment, that Ten of Wands suggests that a conversation gets very loud this week. And with the Two of Cups here, I am going to say I do feel like for a select few of you, a relationship will come to an end. And it's because there's something here that you're unable to see eye to eye on. For those of you that are single and looking, this is not the week for it. I'm just going to tell you straight up, it's really not. There's other things going on. This is not a week for bringing new things to the forefront. It's a week for perfecting what is and releasing what is not perfectable. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Empress card. So in all of this, your finances look like they're okay. Now, the heavy end of this scale, Death card with the Empress, the really heavy end of the scale would be the passing of a woman that's important to you in your life. This could be an aunt, a mother, a great aunt, a grandmother, etc. It's not guaranteed, just a possibility, and again, it will only be for a very select few of you. But in terms of your money, your finances and your resources, the Empress is lovely because it's a very fruitful and actually a very abundant card. What it also tells me is that moving forward, certainly from this week onward, the time, energy and space that you release from your world actually creates a lot of energy, and it also brings more finances and resources your way. When it comes to your and this is likely to be with like endeavors and stuff that you set into motion for yourself. And then when it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Empress is always for me like it's the sensual pleasures, but in terms of the body, this would represent like your how you respond to your environment and also your aesthetic. So there's something here where maybe you're letting go of, like, maybe you're phasing out a certain part of your wardrobe. Maybe you're going to start wearing different makeup. Maybe you're going to stop dyeing your hair from now on. There's some change that you're making here that's going away from your aesthetic, and it's going to be something that actually in the long run is very pleasing to you. For your oh gosh, come on brain, home and environment, look, coupled with the Death card, there's a few ways this could happen. This could be that a neighbour is moving away, touch wood, could even pass away. That could, be the challenge. but it could just as easily be that there is a shift or a change coming up in your local neighborhood, in the place that you live, that is going to really have some kind of impact on the way that you live where you live. This could even prompt or kind of certainly be like the beginning of the end of a move for a lot of you as well. And it's interesting because obviously you've got this international flavour of work or job that's coming in as well. So that's a possibility too. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care and I'll see you soon.